What's going on, everybody? We're back here, season 4, episode 4 of the rap game. You know we gonna chop it all the way up. I'm live, girl. Bye. Let's get it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You know Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, and Donner and Blitzen.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Right, happy holidays to our rap game fans. Let's get it. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, but if you ever saw him, you would never say it goes well. Come on.
Shout out to DMX.
Join any rainy game. Boom, what's going on, people? Yes, it's the holiday season, man. First of all, happy holidays to everybody out there tuned in with us. You know, we here for the rap game. I am your host, Jimmy V. You can find me Twitter, Instagram at Be Your Own Dad. But I'm not alone. I always got my road dog with me. Hit him off, man.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow my hashtag Nino's POV to see what's up. And follow me on thefifthelementmag.com if you want to know more about hip-hop, fashion, and lifestyle.
Nice, man. Hey, so Christmas is upon us.
Yes.
Have you done all your Christmas shopping? Have you started? I mean, it's next week.
I started, then I stopped, had work, got busy,
right,
and I'm super behind.
Got you.
I need like DMX's energy to get through this week. That's what I need to do.
And speaking of energy, a whole lot of people need DMX's energy, according to this episode here.
True. JD pushing them, yo.
They are, but you know, it's good because I think everybody needs that push in order to go onto the next level, man.
100% agree. 100% agree. Definitely.
So this episode, I always like this episode. I always like the idea of this episode because they actually get an idea of their actual audience, and audience is so important. It's the people that support you. It's your target, who you make your product for, music for, anything of that sort when it comes to business. But he did switch it up this time of.
Yeah, no, definitely. This is my second to favorite episode that usually happens during the rap game, and I like that he switched it up. My first being I like when they go ahead and kind of like A&R style themselves, and, you know, like get their look together and all that other stuff, and really hone down on what their image is supposed to be. But this is my next favorite because, like you said, it gets to the nitty gritty. Are you going to sell albums or not? Because are these kids going to like you?
Very important.
It's their target demographic. And it's a hard one to hit sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? I just actually took a look at Miss Mulatto's IG and Twitter recently.
How's she
see
doing?
What she's doing or whatnot. She has a tape dropping on December 22nd, I believe. That's coming up. It's actually the 18th right now, right? Yeah, December 22nd. She looks totally different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. She's 18 now. Remember, she was on that cusp.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about like her having kid followers and adult followers. And now she's 18. She looks different. She looks, grown. I think she's trying to, finally finding her way throughout that area. We know it takes some time. Development takes time.
Definitely does. That's why this is it's not a sprint. It's a long journey.
Right.
It's a marathon, though. That was the word I was looking for. And you just always have to stick with it and always work at it.
Definitely. She actually retweeted something where it was Nicki Minaj at a club. And I think she was just about to hit it, but she hadn't hit it yet. And she was performing, people were hyping her up, and then she was passing out her mixtape in the club.
The grind never stops.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. So it takes time and it'll develop, but it's great to see what your peers think and what your target demographic wants to see of you.
It does. And I think you just made a great point about her still passing out mixtapes. Even though we live in a time where streaming is where everybody gets the majority of their music, you can't forget about those people who don't stream. They still do use CDs, they might still use tapes. If they do, good luck to them. But the point is, even though there's different ways to get music, you gotta make sure you're always promoting your work to everybody.
Right. I mean, and plus it's like what a business card, right?
Yeah.
Here's my mixtape. Here's my CD. Take a look at it, listen to it or whatnot.
Yeah.
You might not listen to it there, but you might look them up later on. You might not take it out their hand, but you might remember their name.
Exactly.
You might look them up later on to see what's up with them. You know what I mean?
And that is definitely what counts.
The story of Hollywood Boulevard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Grab my tape, dog. Grab my
Hey,
tape.
dog. Hey, yo, man,
It's
please,
free.
man.
It's
Hey,
free.
it's free, man. But
$20.
That's what it.
I get you. I get it. They're
Hey,
hustling
20
for-
people can pass up on
Right.
you, but if you get that one person that,
just came
hey, they might have a million Instagram followers and they happen to shout you out just for like working hard, then bam.
So
you
keep
know?
the hustle. You know what I always do? I just give them my business card and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
Send me your stuff and let me listen to it.
For sure, yeah.
And if they do, then I know it's for real.
Yeah,
You know, if
exactly.
they're just trying to hustle whatever and they don't send it out, you just miss an opportunity then.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
So starting off with this episode here, I thought it was interesting. Jenny came through and said, "Hey, everybody, let's meet over here." Before everybody did meet, they pulled a few people over to the side, Ricky Biddy as well as the manager, and she just kind of reminded them like, "Hey, you guys are here for a reason. You've been in the number 5 the past 3 weeks. We just need more out of you guys." What'd you think of that?
A little bit more passion, a little bit more something. I don't think they understand or they get what they're missing or whatnot, just because in their eyes or where they're from, she was always on top. Or she, they think she's the most honed because she's been around it.
Yeah,
With her sister
right.
being in the game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Her dad working with JD.
Exactly. So there might be this feeling of a one-up or I should know what I'm doing, but I don't understand why I'm not getting it. So maybe it's more processing really like as a whole what's going down, you know what I mean? But I get it. You want to feel confidence in yourself or whatnot and your work, but you also want to listen. And she did kind of listen. She said, I'm gonna add more energy. I'm gonna add more, like not charisma, but what am I trying to say here? A little bit more, passion behind it all. I think that's what Jay-Z. I think that's what JD wants to see overall is a passion to know that she really wants this.
Yes.
Not just because she's in that lane and she could go for it for sure.
Which is another interesting point that you just said, because later on in the episode we find out the Brat says those exact words when she's talking about her lyrics. She's like, I need to feel them.
Yeah.
You're just saying them. Give me something behind it. And we saw what went down. We'll speak about it.
Right,
as
and
well.
she said it to multiple people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the presence behind your words.
Yes.
That really exudes the confidence and kind of like the attention grabber.
Yeah.
That people do, just like we see him with Street Bud. You know what I mean? As simple as his lyrics can be and as swag rap as he can be, the way he exudes his confidence and the way he puts it out there.
Such a difference.
Such a difference. People
Such
want
a
to
difference.
listen. You know what I mean? Not everyone's
Exactly.
a lyrical rapper. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I think everyone thinks, especially old heads. You know what I mean? Like us, we want it to be
Yeah.
lyrical. We want to have substance.
It's a different game now.
Yeah, it's definitely a different game. It's almost a different genre, and it's a subgenre within
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? But it's definitely something that we have to understand. Other people have to understand as well too. But it's really just how you put it out there.
Yeah.
You know.
So to officially start this episode off, this episode was all about their target audience, of course. So usually they have a focus group. They put them in there. They usually show them the picture as well as a sample of their music, and
Right.
they get their feedback.
Definitely.
This time, JD switched it up. He said, we're going to hide the focus group behind this room. We're going to put the talent inside this room. Also keep the managers on the opposite side and see how they do, which I thought was dope.
I like that.
Because, one, you don't know who you're performing to.
Right.
It could be 100 people. It could be one. It could be kids, adults, whatever the
Major
case.
record execs.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So in that space as well as in that opportunity, you really saw how the kids were able to actually perform, you know?
Exactly. Like, because if you think about it, if you're there, you just see the glass, right? Mm-hmm. Like they said, you don't know how many people are there. You don't know how important they are or whatnot. You know what I mean? Or you could think that they're super important, like they're big execs who could sign you or whatnot. But literally, it's these kids who are probably the most important people. You know what I mean? The consumers right there really vying for whether or not they would listen to your records and JD could make some money off of you. It's a business, all in all, right?
Which too, I'm about to drop a gem, so go grab a paper and a pen or something.
okay.
So I was able to meet this lady who's been in the business for quite some time now, and I just told her like, hey, I'm out here, I'm trying to build my audience, blah blah blah. What do I do? And she said, I'm gonna tell you the most important thing. get the kids. Want to know why? I was like, the kids, but I'm way past their age. Why do I want the kids? They said, grown adults aren't going to pay for someone else's work, right? But if a kid goes to their dad, mom, and says, Mom, come on, I want this shirt, I want to go to this concert, and they keep nagging them, they'll finally say, okay, fine, here goes the money, bam. So if you get the kids, you get the parents, which you get the business.
It's it's true. It's crazy to think that some people don't realize that a lot of the consumer driven numbers are coming from a really young demographic.
Very young demographic.
I mean? But if you look at, say, YouTube, social media, and all these
perfect
people,
example.
You know what I mean?
Who do you think is on it all day?
Exactly. These kids, these teenagers, and they're buying the merch from these, the popular YouTubers that they love or whatnot, or people that they look up to on social media.
Yeah.
They're buying the merch. They want to support them because they want to see them grow. It's a connection that they have with these people, and they see it from the beginning. You know what I mean? A lot of people stand or create fandoms for these people online because they want to see them grow. They want to see them win. You know what I mean?
Which too we speak about this guy, Soulja Boy. Look at him, example. The way he was signed was the person that signed them, their kids would do the dance in front of the dad all day, every day. And then, the dad was like, where'd you get this dance from? And then boom, and then bam, bam, bam. Now you see where he's at now.
You look at the YouTubers like Rice Gum, okay? Who came from just a gaming channel, you know what I mean, to dissing people, and they created these diss tracks, and all of a sudden it's streaming like crazy online. He's making all this money, and he even hits the charts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's amazing now, man.
It's amazing. You never know where it can go. But once again, it's those kids watching and playing and playing.
Yeah.
So it's so important for them to take or the kids in the rap game to take this focus group as seriously as possible, although they don't even know what's going on.
Right. So, since we are at that point, what do you think of their performances? Let's start with who do we want to start with? Jordan. Let's start with Jordan. What'd you think of his
Jordan, I could definitely see the cockiness where they were like when he came in.
As soon as he stepped in the room, he was like,
"Yo,
is that me inside the mirror?
Let me just check
Hold
myself.
up now.
Okay, I see it. You know what I mean? I totally get it. But I always think I'm always gonna say Jordan's a great lyricist. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Still, has a lot to do as far as growing to be a performer. You know what I mean? Back walking the walk and talking the talk, like JD said or whatnot. Maybe lean back or take the notes like they said about the cockiness and draw that into his music, because Brat says it too. I want to feel it.
That's right.
I want to feel what you say, not just you reading it. Even if you're just reading it, I just still want to feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thoughts on I thought Jordan once again stepped in the room confident. I had nothing wrong with you being confident. Hey, people tell me like, Jimmy, hey, you are overly confident, but I make sure on the other side, I make sure my work always backs it up. So I thought he stepped in the room good. Performance-wise, that definitely lacked.
Right. He didn't deliver all the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ricky Biddy.
So they said that she was cute. You know what I mean?
Cute. Liked her style. Liked her clothes, her swag.
I think the biggest thing was her enunciation. Was the problem or whatnot. She kind of like was a little bit of a mumble rapper. That's kind of like her style, or what she likes to do or whatnot. That's the vibe that she gives off.
Yeah.
But they were still, which was funny, they liked it, but they didn't like it enough to want to buy her album.
And that's the interesting part.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah.
So you never know what a consumer thinks.
Never know.
I like you. I'm gonna watch you, and I'm gonna clap for you.
Right. But at the same time, I'm not gonna reach into my pocket to spend blah 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 on like whatever.
Exactly. It's kind of like people you see in concert or whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would pay mad money to see Bruno Mars. You know what I mean?
Right.
But would I pay mad money to see an equally great artist that I don't really?
No.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Good point.
It's kind of just like that. Other artists can be as equally dope, but it's just not my style.
I think it's safe to say, just based on these few episodes we've seen, that the kids like Ricky. Just like when they did her song on the radio, she got the most, yays.
Right.
Yays about that, and then as well as that. So, I mean, she's off to a rough start, definitely, but it's that enunciation that she's got to work on.
There's something there that people like about her. it's just not shining through all the way. Right. I mean, her confidence is
she's got more confidence than Jordan,
you know
and that says a lot. Okay,
she got a lot of confidence, and I think she also just has to back it up and really figure out why there's so much negativity. Not negativity, but so much critiques around her, and all the other stuff, you know, and why JD's critiquing her so much.
Right.
Maybe he sees something in her commercially right, but it's just it's not all the way where he might make some money off of it.
I've always kept in mind, especially in my career, when someone always critiques you, always says you got to do this better, this better. That's actually a good thing. I'd rather have a person telling me what to work on than think I'm doing great and they're like, no, you don't.
Right.
You ain't got it.
Give me something to work on so I can improve. So when you see me next,
boom.
You know what I mean?
I capitalize on it.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Next up, we got Rapunzel. I liked her performance, but the critiques were she was kind of stiff, kind of doing the same moves over and over.
I dug it. I liked her performance as well too. We didn't see what they saw.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but you know, maybe just more staging, more choreography.
For sure. Yeah.
That's just it visually, you know, more appealing as far as how dope her song was. You know, her mom was on the hook. You know, making it hype or whatnot. I think they just wanted to see it. You know, I want to see here in this spot, this spot, this spot, little gems kind of everywhere. You know, take the stage over. I mean, later on we'll see it, and she does it.
Now, Ricky brought to light that she used her same verse or same bars that was on Instagram.
Something from Instagram, but you know what? Those are her bars, though.
I felt the same exact way.
So I don't know if it matters, does it?
No, but I thought it was funny how when Rapunzel was letting her mom know about it, she was like, "Oh, so she was on my Instagram page." So I was like, "Oh, okay."
Right. She doesn't need to be studying me.
Yeah, she's studying me. But yeah, I mean, if it's your own lyrics, your own content, you can use it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my bank account. I'm saying but like as many times as you want.
Definitely. You know what? I want to go back really quick to Lil Bree.
Sure.
She.
No. We never spoke about Lil Bree.
Oh no, I'm sorry, not Lil Bree.
Ricky Biddy?
Yeah, Ricky Biddy.
Okay.
She had a line there, which if I'm thinking it's the same JoJo I'm thinking about, I love this line. She goes, "Labels try to lock me down. That's a JoJo."
Oh, right.
JoJo, you know, the JoJo, the singer.
JoJo the artist.
Who had the worst contract ever until she broke out of it a couple years ago.
Let the people know if
so. For you guys don't know who JoJo is, she's a singer from the early 2000s who had a couple of hit singles, multi-platinum selling artist. She was young. She was like 14.
Very young, yeah.
TRL, everyone loved her and whatnot. And she got locked into a crazy contract. Read your contracts, kids. You know, for everything that you do. She got locked into a crazy contract where they basically own her voice and her likeness and all that other stuff for a very long time.
Sounds like a 360 deal.
It's a horrible deal. And every time she tried to put out music, they basically were like, no, I don't like that. We have to change it up. So she couldn't do it her way or whatnot. It was really frustrating for her. Anything she did as far as anything that was outside, if it was voiceovers or anything else, they still owned her voice or whatnot.
That's madness.
So she had a real tough deal. She finally broke out of it a couple years ago. Then she went on tour. You know, she was opened up for Fifth Harmony recently. She's been doing a lot of stuff recently. And she's been getting back into it. You should check her out online. If you guys don't know who she is, she's amazing.
JoJo, yeah.
JoJo, but
she's been in the game for some time.
You know what I mean? She still looks like she's 16, but I know she's older. I know she's definitely older. But yeah, labels try to lock me down. That's the JoJo.
JoJo, right.
Clever. I'm pretty sure her manager wrote that. And if he did it, my bad. Props to you.
Right. Well, if we can't bring our comment section up, please.
I got it right here, actually.
Oh, we got it here?
Yeah. So
anybody in the building?
We got a lot of people in the building.
Oh, okay. Shout out to everybody
up here. There's ZSB Lou, Jasmine Jones up in here. Nino Clayton, a whole bunch of people. I said Jasmine Jones. A whole bunch of people interacting. Thank you so much for rocking with us while we are doing this live stream.
So let's move on next. Street Bud. What do you think?
Bud. Wait, let's talk about this outfit real quick.
Yeah, I liked it when they were like doing a little promo at the top and they had him in his sing and he's like so swagging. The boy got swag. We know that. He be dripping everywhere. Okay?
Let's be real. I mean, like his style's on point. He knows how he wants to look like. He knows.
Definitely.
He knows what's on trend.
For sure.
Especially for the genre the subgenre he's trying to rock with or whatnot. And people loved it. You know what I mean? Like they loved it. They loved Rapunzel as well too. You know what I mean? That I think majority of everyone went for Rapunzel, and then Street Bud was someone.
They did
right.
Right.
But they reacted to him really well. minus that they had issues with his breath control.
With his, they said he was going maybe a little too fast, to just slow it down, I think when he's up on stage and he's got that attention, he just wants to go out. Yeah. He just wants to boom, boom, boom. But, I'm learning myself as well, when you're on stage, mic in your hand, it seems like everything's going fast, but it's not.
Right.
Just slow down, take your time. The Brat made a good example. She said, you don't have to spit every single lyric. Find a place where you can take a pause, maybe do a dance move while you're doing it, catch your breath, you can go back at it.
Definitely. I think he just needs to find those spots, like you said, that he could take a little break at, where he could walk just a little bit instead of running across the stage.
Yeah.
Young kid, super energy, a whole bunch of energy, and it's just natural for him,
Yeah.
So I think once he kind of hones into that a little bit more, he did this episode, but once he does that overall with his, the rest of his performances or just his career in general, people are going to love him even more.
And then also, according to the focus group, they said the majority of them said they would buy his record.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so business-wise, it's looking good.
Right, and it's always the young ones, remember?
Always is, yeah, right.
All the youngest ones usually had the most reactions from these from the focus group.
Yeah.
Like, we like them. But once again, that's within their age range. It's exactly what they want. If it's a little too hard, or I think we'll get into it, Little Bree, they steer away a little bit.
Right, because Bree's, they mentioned she's got an old soul. I forget who said that in the first few episodes, but I get that vibe too.
I do.
And it's good, but at the same time, she's still a kid.
Right.
The kids need to relate.
Right, and it could be. I think the inspiration part is where she relates to everybody.
That's what it is.
We'll get into that later on, but that inspirational part of her will definitely nab the kids. And really focus in on them, let them listen to what they're trying to say. But she might be in that area where it's kind of like Miss Mulatto, where it's like, does she wait till she's 18?
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, does she wait till she's 18? She just keeps on dropping mixtapes to try to, keep relevant. And once she turns 18, that's when the labels go hard too.
Yeah.
It's really going to depend on, on how it's going to be. Because one, she's super lyrical.
Super lyrical.
Right? You said she has an older soul. She has that Houston,
That Houston vibe. I feel like
that
she...
vibe.
I don't know her past, but I feel like she grew up around older people, so she just automatically adapted that vibe.
She's like really smart. You know what I mean?
Really, yeah. Very smart.
She's really smart. She has a way with her words and just her presence or whatnot, and that's why I think people think she's mad, but she's just given that passion.
Right,
you know what I mean?
exactly. That's what it is. Yeah,
that's what it is for her. I don't know.
Now her performance was tricky.
Yeah.
Because her sound started to go down. Ultimately, the mic, I believe, fell off or something. Which I'm actually mad because they never gave an explanation about that on the show. So was that on purpose? Like
storylines.
How you gonna play Lil Bree like that?
I'm calling that. I feel like producers are like, we know she's gonna do well.
We know she's gonna do well. Mess up the sound.
Roll this wrench in there,
right?
You know what I mean? And get her a little mad. You know what I mean? But that shows that she's still young.
Exactly.
The way she reacted, she was frustrated. I get it. I totally get it. She's frustrated because, everything kind of messed up for her. That's the first, impression she had on the people behind the glass mirror.
You know what? I thought she handled the situation well.
She got the going, right?
She continued on with her performance.
Yeah.
Later on in the episode, we saw somebody started to mess up on their words and their performance throughout there, and they dropped the mic. They dropped a couple of bombs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a good look at all.
That's why the language is PGL. If you look at the ratings for this Lifetime kids show, there was language involved because
JD said it best. I can cuss. I'm grown. You can't cuss. Right. And he had a great point because kids don't cuss, one. And if that's your target audience, you don't want to come off as that guy. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Especially when you mess up.
Especially, too. And when he dropped the mic and just left the stage.
He's like, I'm done.
Come on, man. Once again, there's somebody out there grinding maybe just as hard as you, maybe more. You got an opportunity in front of you to actually perform in front of JD as well. And you just stop. You drop the mic and say, nah. Maybe there goes that cockiness type flow that they were talking about.
There's that again. If you look at his social media from when he first started, it's not like he had a crazy big following. Right. This dude is fresh and new. JD or his producers saw something in him, was like, he's special.
Yeah.
He might not have the biggest following in the world yet, or maybe even be that viral out there, but he has something in him, so I'm going to bring him in. But then again, he also doesn't have that much experience.
Right.
So it's catching up to him. You know, as talented as he is, he still needs to be able to hone his development.
And I like Jordan. I really
Yeah,
do.
I do too.
Reason why, he's got that lyrical flow, like I said, that is missing within the game. As in, there's not as many lyricists, you know, out there that can spit do.
Right.
So, you know, he's got something special on his hands. But as
definitely.
far as just giving up, I can't rock with that.
No, definitely. I'm pretty sure he learned from that, and you know, we saw his position on the hit list, and he accepted it.
You know what?
I get it.
I just had a thought. You remember season 3? He didn't drop the mic, but why can't I think of his name? Winner of season 3, Afro.
Oh,
N. It starts with an N, right? I believe. Maybe the chat room can help us out. But I remember he had a lot of comments that he was too cocky. You know, he
that was his New York
feeling
vibe, right?
Feeling himself. Man, why can't I think of his name?
I mean, it's, you know,
It'll come.
it'll come.
But
Nova.
Nova, yes, exactly. Just shout out to Nova, man.
Yeah.
But you remember on the show, everybody was like, "Oh, he's cocky this, cocky that, blah blah blah." And then when we actually spoke with him in studio, he said that's not really him. That's just what it appeared off as.
And once again, editing always takes place in these reality shows. You just never know what you're going to get or what you're going to see or whatnot. And once again, their mentalities can be totally different when they're in the house. And once it's over, they get to see how they look on camera, and it's a whole different story. Some people, you know, retract what, you know, how they were, whatnot, or they explain what might be some sort of editing.
Yeah. All right. So then, let's move right along to. So they get their feedback. Their assignment is to go link up with the Brat, work on a new track, work on your performance, and get ready to actually perform again in front of the same focus group, but a bunch of more kids as well.
I kind of like that the parents had the assignment to go tell them what their, you know, flaws were and what they had to work on and all that other stuff, which was dope. And I think the parents laid it down to them really well.
I think so as well.
Where it wasn't like, this is what you need to work on, X, Y, Z. It was more like, here's a conversation that they all had, and this is what you need to work on so we can make things better. It wasn't no drama about that. And everyone went about the business and got to writing.
Yeah, exactly. Which was good. Come performance time, I mean, straight off the top, first performance, straight. He came out and he killed it.
He did.
I mean, everybody ended up singing his song by the end of his performance.
I mean, when he was up there, you know what I mean? Like, he took whatever Brat told him, and he found those pockets.
Yes.
He found those pockets to breathe. He listened to Brat's, I think, he said something at the end, which made me laugh. He said, instead of constructive criticism, he said instructive criticism. I'm mad that Lifetime just left that in there for him, just for, you know, for some laughs or whatnot. But he took all that, you know, constructive criticism that Brat gave him and really laid it out in his performance. And he's such a high performer.
He is.
I'd love to see this little kid live.
Definitely. I think his swag also shows in his performance too, which is dope, you know. Moving on, we spoke about Jordan and the whole, you know, dropping the mic and cussing. You just can't do that,
and
man.
he had the rough time with you know, with Brat, what Brat was telling him. Although he only had 2 days, they all only had 2 days to, you know, remember their new rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember their new rhymes. And with that, it could put a toll on somebody, especially when you're not used to performing.
It could.
And you're not used to this competition type, you know, situation. I don't think anyone's used to this type of competition.
Yeah, no.
Where
It's
you get
very
trapped.
short span. It's quick. It's boom.
Exactly. It's almost like training them for the real world, you know, in a sense. But he was having a hard time, and he was reading off of the paper while he was in rehearsal, which is understandable totally, but I don't think he got Brat's notes. Where it's like, even if you're reading it, even if I'm just reading different thing here, if I'm saying Ricky Bitty, I put here Ricky Bitty mumble rapping, LOL. You know what I mean? Like you know, if I say it with more conviction, Ricky Bitty mumble rapping, LOL.
Right?
It's different. You know what I mean? It gives it a little bit more context to what you're saying. So I think that's what she was trying to tell him.
And he just wasn't taking the direction.
No, it kind of went over his head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But maybe that's just because, once again, he's not used to it yet.
True.
You know, there's still more weeks to progress. But yeah, he definitely, yo, he took that dive on stage. Like,
that's
bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's no. At least he knows there's no other more down than he can be. There's only.
Let's hope
now
not,
to go
right?
up. Yeah, no, of course
hope not, yeah.
We want everyone to win here.
Exactly.
Definitely a big shout out to Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Performance-wise, starting off with the Brat. The Brat let her know, move around, give him some type of full blah, blah, blah. Even had to kick the mom out because the mom was hyped. She was like, spit that. Bars. Let me come in too.
Right. She was like, get it right. Get it right.
Right.
It was 1,000 Red Bulls that she had. Is that what Brat said? You know, it was nice that Brat was like, okay, we love you, Mom. But
okay, Mom, but you got to go. And I'm sure Rapunzel was like, thank you.
Right. I mean, it's good to have that hype too, but it's also good to be able to concentrate on just you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Rapunzel's a really, really understanding kid. Like she's just, my mom loves me and she wants me to do the best.
Right.
She has her time. You know what I mean? Where she can get a little hype and a little bit passionate.
Yeah.
About what I do. But I mean, she killed it on stage even though she messed up.
That's what I wanted to talk about. So she spits her thing. I think she started to forget the verse, whatever the case, and she thought off the top of the head. At first, I was like, what is she doing? She was like, stop the beat. And Lifetime, they make it all dramatic. I was like, oh my gosh, what's about to happen?
Right.
But then she had the DJ cut the beat. She spit a freestyle off the top of the head. I don't care if it was on her Instagram page or not. She kept the crowd entertained, involved, and she even started to dance. Boom, 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 and ultimately she ended up winning the crowd back.
And that's how you do it. Like I said, it's the juxtaposition between what you saw Jordan do and what you
Major
saw
difference. Major difference.
Rapunzel do is a big difference. The show must go on nonetheless. You know what I mean? If you still can talk, if the mic's still hot, you know what I mean? You still have a show. Your track might not be there, but you always want to keep the crowd going. They're gonna understand that things happen sometimes or whatnot.
Right.
Even the biggest things, the biggest superstars, Adele, multi-Grammy, winning
Right.
Adele.
They all do it.
Forgets her lyrics sometimes, which is funny because it's all over YouTube. She's like, oh, I forgot my lyrics, but I'm gonna just ad-lib and sing, and she'll say it, but it's funny for the crowd to hear. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when people of that caliber or that profession mess up, rappers do the same thing.
They do.
But they keep on going.
They keep on going.
She kept on trucking.
The crowd only messes up if you let them know that you messed up.
Exactly. And if they're still vibing with you,
Then everything's good.
keep the vibe alive. You know what I mean?
So shout out to her as well.
Who's next?
I was gonna start on Brie. Lil Brie. Let's go to Lil Brie.
Oh, you want to go Lil Brie?
Lil Brie, yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed her performance.
I did too.
She came out strong, rocking with the crowd.
Right.
They felt it. I mean, no complaints here.
She inspired me too. You know what I mean? She
Yeah,
inspired
right.
that
And
one
she
kid.
touched that kid.
Yeah, she inspired that one kid. She put the mic out to that one girl, and then she started singing back the lyrics or whatnot. And then that one guy was like, yeah, I'm gonna do things for myself now, not to be cool and hang with other people.
Yes.
What I do is to make me happy, and that's about it.
And I bet any money that guy is going to follow her career from that point on.
Oh yeah.
He will go into his pocket and purchase a record from a business point of view.
Right. There's an emotional
Just because
standpoint there.
they establish that emotional connection.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what you want to do.
Exactly, definitely. But once again, I think the kids might have thought it was good. You know what I mean? We saw where she landed in the hit list.
Right.
It was good, but there's still something missing about whether or not a lot of people would buy her records at that age. But then again, I think JD is really pushing her because he knows how good she is.
Something better, yeah. And of course, the manager knows that she's the best one inside the house.
Right.
So.
Shout out to him, Lil Brie, Lil Brie's fans as well too for chopping up that edit.
Oh yeah, right.
Online.
Yeah, we peeped it on the gram. Appreciate you guys for sure.
Thank you guys.
Last but not least, Ricky Beatty.
Ricky Beatty. Like somebody was saying, I think, what was it here? She was hating real hard. That's from ZSB Lou. I think that might be about Ricky. Ricky was definitely hating a whole bunch on Rapunzel.
Yeah.
She let Brie go this time because Rapunzel ended up, coming up on top or whatnot. Like close to the top at least.
Yeah. I mean, she was number one on the hit list.
She's number two.
Bud was number one.
Bud was number one. We'll get to that.
Okay,
yeah.
yep.
You know what I mean? But Ricky was Ricky once again. The crowd likes how she looks. You know what I mean? they want to rock with her, but they don't want to rock with her all the way. That's what I feel like.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's something about her. They're like, yo, that's interesting, and it's good radio play, it's commercial or whatnot, but is that going to elevate you to the next?
Yeah. Once again, I felt like I was hard on her on our first recap. She's definitely warmed up on me some, but even at the same time, I know she needs to do some more work. I wasn't there with the flow, but I'm not her target demographic. So hey, if the people are rocking with it, then who am I to say it's no, right?
And there's just something missing there still.
There is
that even JD can't pinpoint it.
Yeah,
because I want to rock with her. Yeah, I like her. I just I don't know if I like her all the way like that.
Once again,
which is kind of crazy and weird.
I think it's
even
that
for me.
It's
like that's like okay. So wait. So do you like her? Or do you not like her?
I think it's that seriousness of it. Once again, I don't believe that she really wants to do this. I think when she hops on stage, I think she's having a good time. I think everyone's screaming her name. I think she loves the attention, yes, but at the same time, performance-wise, I'm still not believing it. But we're only at episode 4, so
right. I think she wants to do it, but I don't. I think she wants to be in the entertainment industry. That's a for sure, and she might feel like rap's her outlet or her venue at the moment. If it's 100% passion, I don't know yet. Once again, it's only episode 4.
Right. Yeah.
I guess we'll see. But her lane could be different. You know what I mean? She can come on the show, and this could be her break. You know what I mean? To the industry.
Maybe her big exposure break. Right.
She can go to acting.
I can open up to.
She can go to other things. You know what I mean? Yeah. We don't know. We don't know where these kids will be in 10 years. Look at the Musketeers.
True. True.
Like, yeah.
True. And then the last one was we all. Oh yeah, that was it.
That's it.
As far as the performances wise,
right.
Then we go on to the hit list. Number 5, I think everybody knew was coming, as well as he knew. Jordan,
and he accepted his place.
Accepted it. Good.
He was good. He was good with it.
Kept his mouth shut. Yep.
This time, yeah.
Okay, good. Because notice JD mentioned there's a lot of pushback this season compared to any other season, which is okay, but at the same time, when the teacher's speaking and knowing his accolades and everything that he's done, listen to him. Right. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 4 went along to Ricky.
Yep, Ricky Biddy was at number 4. She still can't believe it. Darren's defending his artist. He can't believe it as well either.
What do you think about Darren's disposition there?
Darren, when I look at Darren, I mean, I know it's your artist and it's your daughter,
of course.
So you want to put your best foot forward in that situation and make sure that you're defending her in certain situations when you feel in your heart that she doesn't deserve to be there. But once again, maybe he's blinded in the sense that he's worked with JD before. You know what I mean? He feels like he's a professional in the industry, so he should know what he's doing and what he's talking about. So yet he still doesn't understand why his daughter is still placing these low numbers.
Which is another reason why I'm so hard on him, because exactly everything you just said. He's in the industry. He already works with them. So knowing all that stuff, you should already have her prepared for what's to come.
Right, exactly. But once again, I think they come from that area where it's like not like you're being served your career, on a silver platter type situation, but that the opportunity is not as far as you think it is. You know what I mean? So I feel like they feel like they should be at a certain level. You know what I mean? So that the ego kind of comes with it. And it's not a bad thing in a sense, because you want to have some sort of ego or some sort of push and drive or confidence within yourself to last in this industry. Yeah. But they just got to listen to what JD's trying to say and understand why she's still there. Although Reginald, which is Lil Bree's manager, thought that she should have been thought that Ricky Biddy should have been higher up.
Right.
And the whole fight went down.
That was interesting. After the whole
hit
list.
The hit list. We can continue with the hit list and we'll go back to that if you want.
Okay, sure, yeah. So number 3 was Lil Bree. I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, for this week, yeah.
Right.
I see where it is, but once again, I think she's there also because JD really wants to push her.
Yeah.
There's something in her that JD really likes, and no better way to push somebody, you know what I mean, than not give them that top spot all the time.
Yep. Number 2, Rapunzel.
Which
is 2. Cool because she didn't mess up.
Right.
Her original performance was off, but she did save herself, which was big.
Right. And I'm so happy For Street.
Street.
Street Bed coming out at number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
And like I said, he reminds me of a mini 2 Chainz. Notice how 2 Chainz even goes 2 Chainz, and then Street does Street. So I'm telling, I see a lot of similarities between them, but
2 Chainz, Migos,
did
Lil
a
Pump's
great
hair,
performance, right?
Wiz Khalifa
Like a mix.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with his shirt off that one time and the little jacket. That's Wiz Khalifa style right
All
there.
day.
All day, every
All day.
day. Yeah, I mean, but I keep on thinking about Lil Pump every time I see his hair. Like, yeah.
But yeah, so he did get number 1, and which was well deserved.
So going back real quick to the fight, because that kind of like ended everything, right?
To the
there,
drama
right?
afterwards.
To the drama. So Ricky's manager, Reginald, thought that Lil Bree's manager, Reginald, thought that Ricky Biddy should have been up a little bit more than she was, which was kind of cool to see different perspectives of people. It's not just Darren saying it. Another artist manager was saying it as well too.
Which too, there's nothing wrong with thinking your artist should have done or had better,
Right.
than
and that kind of goes to
else.
show you too that that's a true manager, a true artist and repertoire type situation where you see somebody else's manager say, your kid did a little bit better than that. She should have been over. Whatever.
It's a honesty to it.
Exactly. So, which was cool, and Darren agreed. Darren's, Ricky Biddy's manager or whatnot, and then Tiki comes in.
Then
and
somebody
hears.
didn't agree.
Exactly.
Rapunzel's manager.
Right. Obviously, because she was number 2, and she was like, "So you're trying to tell me my child's
Wasn't
not best for
number
number 2?"
Yeah, exactly. And then it started to get hot.
Right. Her emotions got the best of her.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she shouldn't have come in that hot. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but like
I think on TV, obviously we weren't there, but I think on TV it made her look like she was forcing the situation.
yeah.
It just wasn't a good look in my
Right.
opinion of it.
Right, and once again, Rapunzel was just like, "Ma, let's go.
Ma, come
gonna
on,
be okay."
chill, Ma,
Right.
chill, Ma. But I thought the banter back and forth
Right.
with the managers was
It
pretty
was funny.
funny.
I was waiting for that. Yeah,
And then he was like, yeah, run up the stairs or something. And then
Girl,
she was
bye.
like, what?
Right. She was like, "No."
Yeah, and that whole flipped the whole thing.
Yeah, I was once again waiting for the Bad Girls Club security guys to pop out and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is the wrong episode.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't our show here.
Our show's
Right.
over." Okay, yeah. But I mean, that kind of ended there. But it seems like the next week or whatever we see later on, it's a Christmas episode and it looks kind of happy. So hopefully things die down.
Yeah,
You know, later on.
And yeah, I'm excited. I know the next week's episode they have planned is a flash in the back kind of highlight of the rap game,
Right.
And then everything that it's done.
Right.
We hear from the cast members from before,
Right, Nia K was
wish
there,
everybody
so some
happy
people, yeah.
happy holidays and everything, which I thought was dope. That's a smart thing to do.
Right. I'm excited for that because once again, the holidays are here. Feel some type of way. Feel a little bit of holiday warmth inside or whatnot.
Right.
And once again, we're actually not going to be here next week because it is the holidays. So you all should enjoy your Christmas, your Hanukkahs, everything that you guys want to celebrate for this joyous season. But we'll be back the week after on another time slot.
Yes, exactly. So our studio here in Los Angeles, California, is actually closed, but we are going to work out a time, whether it's the same week of the first week of January, or if we just come back 2018, right?
Crazy.
Or if we just come back that following Monday and do 2 episodes in one,
Right.
or something.
We'll
of
figure it out,
that
but stay
sort.
locked down on our Twitters and on our AfterBuzz TV
Instagrams. That's right.
and all that stuff, and you'll see when we're going to be up on that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
the
it,
episode.
man. The rap game.
The rap game.
So since we are 4 episodes in, how do you feel this cast and this season measures up with 1 through 3? Any
think-
differences yet?
There's always that one really lyrical person, you know what I mean, in the group. There's always that one standout like performer in the group or whatnot, you know what I mean. There's always that one person who has issues trying to get the lyrics together. So I feel like it's kind of like
Very
evened
similar.
out,
Okay.
very similar in a sense or whatnot. But I think they're switching it out how they're actually, how Jermaine's like playing the game and showcasing these kids. So that's what makes it more interesting to me for this season.
Gotcha.
It's something new.
Gotcha.
It's always something fresh and something new. You never know what these kids are gonna do. You never know
don't.
what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it may be season 4. Some people, might be tired of it. I don't think a lot of people are. People are still waiting to see
Oh
this.
no, it's still trending on Twitter every Friday.
Yeah, so I'm still down for it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So
I'm
it's
excited.
still going. So it's dope. All right, y'all. That is our episode, man. The Rap Game Season 4, Episode 4. Of course, I'm your host Jimmy V. Follow me Twitter, Instagram at Be Your Own Dad. I do run a blog where I update pretty much every other day, and that's beyourowndad.blogspot.com. If you guys want to stay in tune with everything I do. Nino, where can they find you, man?
And guys, it's your boy Nino. Once again, you can follow me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. Follow my website, thefifthelementmag.com, for anything fashion, lifestyle, and hip-hop related. That gets updated weekly, so definitely check that out. I'm excited that the year has finally come to an end and 2018 is upon us.
Yes.
So happy holidays to everyone.
Yes.
Hope you guys have
Merry
a
Christmas.
wonderful Merry Christmas.
Have a happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy everything.
All the above. Make sure you continue the conversation, of course. We always like looking back at the comments and see what you guys thought so we can always continue that. So until then, see you in 2018.
Happy holidays, y'all.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.